In the previous episode, we made the first image in the Taking a Break story. Now it's time to create the next image in the sequence. This is Mix Photo and 3D. My name is Per Cardell. Welcome to the channel. Here we will discuss photography, 3D and the combination of the two. Today we will do the second image in my story, Taking a Break. The reason why I want to make a story is that the story itself motivates me to do unexpected things, which pushes me out of my comfort zone. I have to deal with new things and learn more about Blender. You can do this too. I have divided my work into 12 production steps. I will share these with you in this episode. The first image is an establishing shot. The second is from the inside of their glass cubicle. There is a dialogue between them, revealing frustration and a common objective. The 3D assets I need for this image are the same as for the previous one. Gordon and Stefi and their glass stands. The square one for Gordon and the round one for Stefi. And the surfboard is needed in this shot as well. The shop owner was kind enough to let me use the window space for some snappy photos. There was no time for grey card reference shots. Along with the background image, I captured a 360 HDRI image for the mission environment in Blender. Without grey card reference shots, the color matching has to be done by eye. In Darktable, we want to achieve a match of the set of images that were captured with the Sony camera and the 360 camera. These images will be used as the background image and as the 360 lighting dome in Blender. Next, we shall do camera matching to replicate my real camera's position and rotation in 3D space. The red reference lines are used for aligning the x-axis and the green is for the y-axis. Then I position the world coordinate system here at the corner of the carpet. I enter the measurements of the width of the carpet, 90 centimeters. This sets the world scale of the scene. I prepare a low-poly surface model to match the surrounding geometry required for the light and shadow interaction with the characters. A carpet, a floor, and profiles for the window frame. The shelf with its different components, and then the windows for reflections. My characters have their default A pose at frame 20 and final pose at frame 100. The purpose for this offset is to give some transition time for the cloth simulation. I have created outfits for the characters in Marvelous Designer. The character's transition from start pose to end pose has been imported as an Alembic file. Now we play back the simulation and export the clothes to Blender. I keep the characters' wigs in a separate file and import them if needed. The wigs are parented to the head joints of the characters. The characters are now complete. Let's set up some lights. In the shader editor, I switch from object to world. I used the 360 HDRI image for lighting the scene. This light does not give the hair systems enough rays though, so I add lights for the wigs to add some definition. Then we have 4 spotlights. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's so easy to overwork everything, so I try to do as little work as possible to achieve a good enough result. Keep it simple. In this case, I will render 3 layers: Beauty Pass, Shadow Catcher, and an indirect glossiness layer for the window reflections. The render layers are created up here. First, I render the Beauty Pass. The rendered layer is saved in the buffer. We want to keep adding new renderings to the buffer, layer by layer. So do not exit Blender or your current project file while doing this. That will clear and reset the buffer. One by one, the shadow catcher and the indirect glossiness. Now all these layers live in the buffer. We can look at them here. And we want to save all the layers in the buffer as a single file. This is done by choosing the multi-layer EXR option when saving the image. We can take a look at our multi-layer EXR image in the Compositing view to make sure we have all the layers. Here it is in this image node. We turn the backdrop on. We are looking at the Beauty Pass. In the node we can tab down and hook up the layer we want to look at. The Shadow Catcher. This is the glossy indirect. In Blender's Compositing window, the multi-layered image is loaded in 3 image nodes. One for the Shadow Catcher, one for glossiness, and one for the Beauty Pass. The background image is seen in its image node at the top. And then we can take a look at the shadow catcher multiplied over the background image. I turn it on and off so you can see what it does. Then we hook up the indirect glossiness, the reflections in the window. Added over. And finally, the Beauty Pass of the characters are added with an alpha over. Then we can output this and save the image. With the viewer node selected, the comped image can be saved up here. In Luminar, I crop the image, tweak the curves, lights, and change the balance in the shadow colors. The last thing I do is to add some vignetting. That's it, the second image is ready. Thank you for your patience. It has been good to have you. Do you want to see more of this? Please help the channel out by liking and subscribing. Thank you for watching. See ya!